Hey, Mark Deering here from Remax and the Adventure Channel. We have a special one for you tonight. We are working on putting together a network of different people, mostly real estate agents in different biking destinations that are super popular for adventures and biking and all kinds of stuff like that. Our goal is to inform you and keep you in the know and have somebody that you can reach out to and ask about lodging, coffee shops, and different things like that. So tonight we are talking about Marquette and Ishpeming and a few areas like that. And we've got Fran with us tonight and a Patty. And they are real estate agents up there, have been in the business for a while, very well connected in the mountain bike community. And they're gonna spend some time and go over some things with us. Go ahead, guys, and introduce yourself a little bit.
My name's Patty Nofel. I've been a realtor here at Remax First for about 10 years. I am a member of a team. I work with Frida Wara, who, if you just Google her name, you'll be astounded at the things she's done. She's an outdoor adventurer, and I can never do the things she's done, I don't think, but she's inspiring, and we just like to get out and mountain bike and ski and kayak and do whatever we can, weather permitting. And we know a lot of the different people in town that do it, or the organizations that put on events, so we can enjoy this stuff.
Perfect. How about you, Fran?
I'm not that cool. So I've been here with Remax for I think 17 going on 18 years. I've owned the office here for about 5 now, and we do a lot of outdoor stuff up here. We've got a lot of races, a lot of mountain biking, a lot of snowshoeing, snow biking. That's really been a great addition to our outdoor package. But yeah, this is a great place to live and even more fun to visit. So.
Absolutely. That's why we're getting a hold of you. Down here in Lower Michigan, and I'm sure other parts of the country. I always think of like the 906, right? Like the 906 thing, and just we're always envious of. You guys have some really good videographers and some really good photographers up there. I mean, not only is the area beautiful, but then the people who are capturing it and putting it on their marketing. Your fat bike trails right now in the winter look like gold, and everything up there is just so nice up there. So what this video is about is we are connecting a bunch of different people. So we're going to answer some questions about the Marquette, Ishpeming area, and kind of go over some of the favorite things up there. And then you guys can always ask down in the comments below if you got any questions about traveling up there. But let's jump right into it. And let's talk about the trail system. So we were talking, Patty, here a little bit before we got on, and you said there's 70 miles in Ishpeming and maybe 70 in Marquette for single track mountain biking.
Yeah, actually about 77 miles between Ishpeming and Nagani. Those are the Ramba trails, the Range Area Mountain Bike Association. They're hand built. They've been building them probably for about 20 years, but they're very rooty and rocky, and they go through some really amazing countryside. Lots of hills. It's lots of real sketchy trails, but lots of
not sketchy. It's our best single track stuff.
It's they're designed for a hardcore mountain biker, but there's also some good stuff for beginners and intermediate. The races up there that have kind of hit the board are the March Jisic in September, which is a 50 or 100 mile mountain bike race, and the Polar Roll in the winter. So they're both stellar, and they've been put on mostly by the 906 Adventure team at this point.
Correct.
In conjunction with Ramba. And then in Marquette, the NTN, the No Caymanon Trail Network, which pretty much started out life for Nordic skiing about maybe 20 some years ago. They also do the maintenance and the trail building for mountain bike trails. So they have about 70 to 75 trails between our north and south trails. So it's north and south Marquette. And they're engineered. I mean, they're machine made and handmade both. And also a variety of trails, expert to beginner trails. And then lots of different other trail systems throughout. There's a nice feeder trail we have. You can get from pretty much one end. Well, you can get from Chocolate Township, which is just east of Marquette, to Republic, which is west of Ishpeming. And that's 47 miles of
Pretty nice flat.
yeah, it's just flat, like kind of like a road biking type of a trail, but it's
like a rail trail maybe or
like
something.
a rail
It
trail.
is,
It's
yep.
a mix of paved gravel, chip seal, stuff like that.
Okay.
UV
Okay.
and
Yeah, multi-use.
Yep. Snowmobile.
Very cool.
Other trails, but those are the main trails, I guess, we highlighted Marquette County.
Sure.
Two really incredible mountain biking trail systems and other multi-use trails, but they're linked, and that makes it really fun to be able to jump on one. You want to keep going, you drive, you ride another 20 minutes and you're in Marquette and you're on their incredible system.
Yeah, I'll tell you from experience going up there, it is, it is a little bit different. It's a different animal than we're used to down here in mid-Michigan. Where it's a little more challenging when you want to find it. There's more challenge when you want to find it. And, that's when all of a sudden the full suspension bikes become a little more predominant. You don't see too many hardtails up there. No, we love it up there. We do some of our favorite things to do, and you guys tell us more from being up there. And maybe it's different from travelers versus the locals, but like we love the Presque Isle, the jumping in the water. We love the hikes, Dead River Falls. I mean, you guys just you can't go 5 miles without something that should be in a magazine. I mean, it's just amazing up there.
Yeah, the views are beautiful. I mean, and on any trail you go to, you're going to probably stop 10, 20 times, if you're first on the trail. I mean, if it's your first time, to take photos, and it is beautiful. You get a great mix of forest and lake and everything in between. And, and if you want to drink, I mean, there's we've got breweries scattered throughout, and
I'll talk about the breweries,
and
Mark.
nice eateries. Yeah, I mean,
that's coming up. I want to ask you questions.
Yeah, it's a great mix. You're not like in some kind of removed place where you're doing your mountain biking and then have to get in the car, load everything up, and then go find a restaurant or a brew pub or whatever. It's all really right there.
Sorry, Mark. Most of us live, like me, for example, I have trails that run through my backyard, my property, and I can get on those trails and ride through the woods until I end up on the Ore to Shore Heritage Trail. And I can ride into Ishpeming, into Negaunee, or keep on going, hit a couple trails on the way, and then end up in Marquette, stop at Black Rock's Brewery or Cognition and Ishpeming Brewery, and then end up at Lake Superior and jump off Black Rocks into the water, 13-foot dive into the Lake Superior.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you've got, let's talk about that scene, because that's where I want people to know too. You just mentioned a few of the popular breweries up there. You've got at least 3, right? And they're all just outstanding.
Got more. I mean, we've got Cognition and Ishpeming.
Yep.
They're opening up a branch in Marquette, hopefully soon. And then and this, what else do we have in Ishpeming?
Well, in Negaunee, there's Superior Brewing Company. Okay. They're on the trail. So actually,
Okay.
And there's group rides that start from all of these breweries, which are awesome. And so Cognition is on the Iron Ore Heritage Trail. Superior in Ishpeming. Superior Brewing is in Negaunee. That's on the Iron Ore Heritage Trail. So like you could do a beer crawl on your bike.
Yeah.
The course of 50 miles.
What are those things?
I've been to the one in Ishpeming. It's in that basement setting. That's pretty cool. And we loved it.
The movie Anatomy of a Murder was filmed there with Jimmy Stewart.
Really?
So much history there. It's incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. So And then you get into Marquette, and we've got, Black Rocks, Drefa Brewing, which currently is for sale. I may happen to have that listed.
Hey, we'll be talking after. Just kidding.
Yeah. The Ordock Brewing Company. Who are we forgetting? There's Barrel and Beam. That's just off the trail.
It's just off the trail.
Yeah. So like all of these breweries are positioned right along the trail, which is pretty cool. So if you have a favorite one, you can end up there very easily if you're a beer drinker. But
Yep. Yeah, like you were saying, we were up there for Orta Shore, and we stayed that next week, which we're doing again this year, by the way. We're coming up for Orta Shore, and we're going to stay the week after. And we rode with Ramba out of Ishpeming and did the cognition thing. And like you say, the group rides right from the breweries. I mean, but we'll put some links in the description too, showing the association, so you can kind of clue in on the group rides when you get up there. But what a great way to witness the trails and just go out with a group that knows the trails already, knows your skill level. They were breaking them into A, B, and C, I think it was, or maybe even A, B, C, D. And that's key, going into these, and that's what these videos are all about, is informing you on that and even helping you to where we'll even, if you have a question, shoot us one, we'll connect you with who you need to be connected with. But you brought up another good point, and let's talk real briefly about coffee shops. That folks aren't beer drinkers. Is there any like key coffee shops you would point to, and maybe some of the key bike shops?
Yeah, I think starting in Ishpeming is Velodrome. They're a newer gig. They've got bikes on the wall in there, and keep in mind, like all of these places we're talking about are very bike and mountain bike friendly. I mean, it's pretty common to see bike shorts and helmets and click shoes clomping around.
Yep.
But the other thing I wanted to mention was these group rides up here, they're extremely welcoming. I mean,
they are.
You show up and you stand there and you look like you don't know where you should go or what you should do. Someone's going to grab you and say, "Hey, where are you from?" And it's a really cool, welcoming community environment up here.
I got a funny story about that. So a little bit of an XC racer here, spandex, tight spandex, no bill on the helmet, just, arrow, right? And so we went up there, did Orta Shore, and we were heading to the Wednesday night Ramba ride. And I told my wife, I said, I guarantee you, we're going to turn the corner and we're going to be the only ones in our onesies. We're going to be the only one in our bike kit. So there's going to be a lot of baggies and visors. Sure enough, lots of baggies and visors. And I'm now that guy. So I'm now kind of a baggy visor guy. But I was at the time, I'm a mixture. I do both. But at the time I was, laser focused on the XC racing. And, but you just hit the nail on the head too. Everybody was super welcoming to this day. If I said their names, you'd recognize them, but I don't have it. To this day, some of the people I met, like all my Strava rides, and check in, and that was like 5 years ago, and I met them for 3 hours, so
after the group ride, drinking beer, having a couple beers after the ride. I mean, you really make some good connections, and it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Not from the area. Go to the Wednesday ride. We meet at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays in the summer. I think it's 6:30 in the summer, 6 p.m. in the winter. If it's winter. Right out of Cognition, you just meet there, and you'll make 10 friends right away.
Yeah.
And on Sundays they have the church ride. So I believe that's at 10 a.m. and they meet at the Rainbow Room. Isn't that what it's called? It's right by Cognition. It's a bar. And after the ride, which is always tons of fun, you go to the bar and they have the best Bloody Marys in the world. And they'll show you that Bloody Mary. I mean, you get them with pasties and hot dogs, and it's pretty crazy.
Those big giant ones with the meals coming out of them.
For a group of people, which have been doing this for years and years. And then, other people. And if I know we were talking about beer and coffee, and you talked about the Velodrome. One really great example of somebody who came up here to do the Margie, it's a woman, Lisa Thompson. I don't know if you've heard about her. She's just an amazing mountain biker. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And worked with another one of our Remax agents to find her nest up here. So she bought a duplex in Ishpeming. We had it listed, me and Frida, but she bought the duplex and it's now an Airbnb and she lives in part of it. And she recently opened the Ish Creamery, which is an ice cream store that's open year round.
Right behind Cognition, like a block.
It's
from
amazing.
Cognition.
And it's open year round and it's so cool. And they have hot dogs and stuff like that too. And she's so connected to mountain biking and the trails and is so committed to the community. She's just adopted the city of Ishpeming as her new community, and they've adopted her too. And that's the kind of people that are wonderful that just come up here and they really love our lifestyle. They love our community and they want to be a part of it. And then they make something of it.
Sure. Patty, you just had the best segue ever. I don't know if you read the notes before we started this or not, but that's where I wanted to kind of end on is, we're doing the same thing with Bentonville, Brevard, different places that are big mountain bike destinations. And there is a lot of people buying she went full time, but there's a lot of people buying a vacation rental, Airbnb, that you can, the short-term rentals are real good investments, especially if you're going to use it yourself and get some enjoyment out of it. And so perfect segue. You just heard it right there that there's somebody who just fell in love with the race in the area, moved up full time. But if you want to move to the area, if you want to hear about prices, you want to hear about what's the starting price range for 5 acres, 10 acres in a home. What do I get in Marquette downtown for a condo or, whatever. That's what we're here for. We want to help you as adventurers and mountain bikers and basically adventure seekers find that type of information out. So we're trying to build some information around that. And it sounds like we got a perfect connection up here. So nice segue. That was one of the things I was going to close with is to find that out. Let me look at my notes here real quick. That's it, guys. So if you want, what we'll do is we'll throw your email addresses too in our links in our descriptions. I really appreciate you both spending some time with us, and we'll probably do a recap on this maybe, in the fall or something. I'll be up there for Ore to Shore, so maybe I'll say hi to you guys and catch up for a beer or something.
You want to do another one during the Ore to Shore. Frida's going to be, she does the tandem now. She loves it, and she's transitioned to tandem, but she's also like I said, she does the awards. She does the awards ceremony, but you'd love to chat with Frida.
Sure.
I know like this much. She knows everything about the outdoors in the upper.
Sure.
She's skiing in Japan right now.
Yeah, she's skiing in Japan.
Fun.
Yeah, she's kind of embarrassing because she'll introduce herself to people as she's bipolar, and by that she means she skied both poles. She spent a month in the North Pole, cross country skiing with a group of women, and then also in the South Pole. So she's pretty interesting, and you'll get a lot more information from her about other things to do in the UP.
Gotcha. Traffic stops by once in a while to talk to her.
She's a true adventurer.
Okay. No, Patty, you were amazing. That was really helpful. Really appreciate that. So thank you guys. And like I say, we'll see you soon. Hey, by the way, when does fat biking peter out up there compared to up here or down here?
You have studded tires, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't. You just ride from snow, ice, slush, snow, slush, ice, mud, and then trails firm up.
Yeah.
And so we don't
trails for a month.
So why don't you make a trip up here?
We will.
I've seen some of your videos and they're really lovely, but shoot, you got to come up here for some real snow biking.
I know. And I'm glad you're saying snow biking. A bunch of my buddies, I've teased them and it's a snow bike. It's a snow bike. They're like, no, it's a fat bike. I'm like, no, it's a snow bike.
It depends on who you talk to. And I guess you just have to say one or the other, but really it's right now the trails are groomed really nicely. It'd be great for you to come up.
Yes, some of our friends were just up there for sure, for sure.
Birthplace of groomed snow biking.
Is it really? I
Yeah,
did not know that fun fact.
You know, the Ramba trails, they're 33 miles of groomed snow biking trail. And then the NTN has about 30 more. So there is a lot of trail that's groomed. And then
That's a lot of fat biking. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of snow. It takes a little bit. Yeah. That's awesome. Did not know that.
Probably connect with the Munising office as well. They've got some fantastic mountain biking and snow biking and Stacy and Amy.
Yeah, they've got some great opportunities in Elgin County. I mean, they've got stuff up there, and that whole community is like built around it.
Sure. Well, thanks again, guys. Like I say, the main goal of this is just to inform people, give them something to think about, give them something to try. Like you're even talking me into going back up there right now. And it's worth it. It is so worth it. And so ask questions, folks here that are watching this, and hopefully we're inspiring you to try something new. And who knows, maybe you're going to want to move up there. So I'm going to.
If you're on your way up here and you're going to go snow biking or fat biking or mountain biking or hiking or whatever, and you don't know where to start, where to go, you call the RE/MAX office in Marquette and you ask for Fran or you ask for Patty or Frida, and we'll help you get started and find a place to land and maybe some directions on how to get to a sweet spot and maybe a good place to eat or have a beer.
Perfect. That's what it's all about right there, is having the connection. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.
Hey folks, Mark Deering here from the Adventure Channel. Just wanted to formally introduce myself in case you haven't seen me without the helmet on and the full kit. Amy and I, my wife, are adventurers. We are loving what we're doing and meeting the community and doing all kinds of fun things. My day job, my real job is real estate. So just wanted to let you guys know that if you have any real estate questions, if you're looking to move near the trails, if you're looking to move out of state, any of those types of things, we help hundreds of different mountain biking and adventure families find their base camp to live at. So we want to do the same with you. We couldn't do this without you guys, and we love working with folks that have the same passion as us.